Hey everyone, today we're going to be opening up containers of really old French fried onions. Right here we got a container from the 1960s. Somebody wrote 67 on here, but I'm thinking that's more a price from back then. But even back then that would have been kind of expensive for this product. But what do you think that means? We'll look at it later. Anyways, this is from the 60s, and this makes this thing possibly 60 years old. Up next, we have a brand new container from 2021 with an expiration date of 2023. And we got this other container here. These are the same brand, but these are the same product as that. Could not find that company. It's probably out of business. This one right here is from 2007. This was found in the basement during an estate sale. It's in horrible condition from the high humidity, and we don't know. It's all hardened together. It doesn't sound, but so does this one. Well, that one sounds fine. It's just a lot packed in there. They don't try to rip you off with air. This one feels like it's stuck together because it's more of a paper container, and I think high humidity was able to get in and possibly destroy it. But let's get a close-up look at these products before we start opening them. All right, everybody, so we're going to get a close-up look at all these products. First one we have is Derkley O&C French fried onions. Got some good graphics. I'm going to slowly go over the container so you can pause and read at any point. Vacuum packed, always fresh. Free recipe booklet for your copy, send to. Wonder if we could still send to that. Doubt it. But up here is what I was talking about before. Is that a date? An expiration date, or a price? I doubt they would just put the date on a product in the store since it wasn't back then. Or maybe this is when they got the shipment into the store so they would know when you can't sell it anymore. But back then, expiration dates were not required. Nothing is on the top. It looks like part of a price tag at one point. And the bottom says 58. It's possible this thing is from the 50s. When I purchased it, the guy told me it's from the 60s. And I believe it after doing research of what this product looked like back then. I do believe strongly it's from the 60s. If it was from the 70s, come the mid-70s, you'd have a slight barcode. And by the 80s, it would be a full barcode. So it's definitely far older than those. Produced in Cleveland, Ohio. Still sounds dry. I think it's still going to look fine once we get around to opening. And right here is the brand new container purchased at Walmart. And yes, same company. Now this is the same company as this. Same thing. But this one isn't that old. This is from 2007. It cost $2.19. If you look very carefully, scrolled across here, it says January 30th, 07. And you see them being cheap, not selling it in a can anymore is probably what led to it failing. I'm pretty sure this has going to be tampered with. You see, it looks like moisture's been in this. It feels wet in there. Let's get to the opening. First one we're going to open is the oldest one. Here we go, oldest one. We're going to be opening from the bottom because I want to keep this can in my collection. We purchased this from an auction for about $30 a couple weeks back. Whoa! It was vacuum sealed. There was a big suck pulling in. Look at that. It was vacuum sealed. We're now letting out some air from the 60s. And they look perfect. Look at that. 1960s, they look perfect, especially because they're French fried. It's really greasy in there, helps preserve it. And it smells almost perfect. You can definitely smell something is off with it. But we got to compare it with the new product. Look at that. Doesn't look like it went stale. Yeah, we'll definitely do a taste test on that. Looks perfect. Inside of the can looks perfect. Doesn't look like anything ever got in. Up next, we're going to open the new one so we can compare how they smell. Ooh, these smell really good. Yes, those are definitely off. But how off? Yeah, these ones you can really smell the onion. That over there is more of a musty garlic powder smell. Looking good. Now we're going to open up the one that's not old enough to be considered vintage yet. Vintage means 20 years. This is a 2007 product. It looks like you're going to pull it right here. There's a lot of mold on it, so I'm not very confident this is going to look good. Oh, looks a lot better than I thought. Is it mushy? Oh, it's so mushy, yeah. That's gross. What's it smell like? Mmm. It tingled my nose like there's mold growing in there. Bad. Oh, look at that. It kept its shape. That can prove to you guys that it's all stuck together. Look at that. That's what they get for putting it in a container like this. Definitely not a survival food. Don't buy stuff in containers like this if you want it to last a long time into the apocalypse. Definitely not. Alrighty, for a product overview. The one on the left is very light in color, and I believe that's because it's wet. It's really gross. There's possible mold growing inside of it. It tingles your nose to smell it. The new one obviously smells great, but this one here is not that bad for its age. And I believe that probably would keep you alive. I'm pretty sure it has more of a smell of Crisco, honestly. You ever smell Crisco? It's bland, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells like a jar of Crisco. And we got this right here. Yes, I'm going to do a taste test on this one here. I will try that. Alright, for this taste test, let's see what we got. Here's the brand new one. Of course, it's awesome. And I'm going to sit down and eat this after the video. Great. Now, I think this one here is going to taste fine. But you never know what could be in this stuff. Don't test an old project, or don't taste an old product like this unless it's a life and death situation. I'm not going to swallow it, just taste test it. See? Hear that? It's still nice and crunchy. No, that is not as good as I thought, but it's also not terrible. Again, it tastes really bland. All right, this is how we're going to dispose of this food to ensure no animal eats it, because it could be toxic. That's the stuff from 2007, and here's the stuff from the 1960s. Throw it into the firebox. I bet this stuff will burn really good because it's greasy. Very greasy product. Starting to get hot in there. The 1960s are starting to burn. If it's anything like a chip, it's gonna start burning with all that grease. Yes, it's already on fire, producing so much heat, I'm gonna have to back up. Yeah, look above me. The box is on fire. Bye-bye. Can't get anywhere near it now. The flames are like 10 feet, 12 feet high. Look at it opening up. Whoa! Well, now a few minutes later, now that the box is gone, look what's the only thing burning. It's the grease from those fried onions. That's the only thing still burning, the onions, because they're so greasy. All right, everybody. I hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.